Hello viewers, tutorial 11, question 1, and we are integrating. Now, integrating is the reverse process of differentiation. Remember when we were differentiating, we would multiply out the front by the power, and we would subtract 1 from the power. Here we are going to do exactly the opposite. We're going to add 1 to the power, and then divide by the new power. Okay, so let's integrate 4x plus 3. If we integrate that, we get 4x to the power of, original power is 1, plus 1 gives us a power of 2, and we divide that by the new power, plus, if we're integrating a number, say integrating 3, then we just tag on an x, so 3 becomes 3x on integration, plus your constant, and then we can simplify. 4 over 2 is 2x squared plus 3x plus c. Now we can use the fact that integration is the reverse process of differentiation in order to check our answer if we want to. So if we differentiate our answer, we should get back to what we were integrating to begin with. So 2x squared differentiates to 4x, and 3x differentiates to 3. So we get 4x plus 3 if we differentiate 2x squared plus 3x plus c, which means our answer is correct. Let's integrate 4x squared minus 8x plus 1. So if we integrate that, we get 4x to the power of 3 over 3 minus 8 times x to the power of 2 over 2 plus 1 integrates to 1 times x, which is x, plus your constant. And simplify what we can. We've got 4x to the power of 3 over 3 minus 8 over 2 is 4x squared plus x plus constant. Okay, question C, we have 9t squared minus 4t plus 3, and we need to integrate that, so 9t squared is 9t to the 3 over 3 when we integrate that, minus 4t becomes 4t squared over 2 plus 3 integrates to 3t plus a constant, and simplify what we can. 9 over 3 is 3t to the power of 3 minus 4 upon 2 is 2t squared plus 3 times t plus constant. Okay, d, so let's integrate. So we've got 2t to the power of 4 over 4 minus t to the power of 3 divided by 3 plus 3t becomes 3t squared divided by 2 minus 7 becomes 7t, and we have a constant. Simplify what you can. Here the only thing that we can simplify is 2 over 4 is 1/2, so we get t to the 4 upon 2 plus t to the power of 3 upon 3 plus 3t squared over 2 minus 7t plus constant. Okay, so far so good. Now we have some more functions to integrate. So we have 1 over z to the power of 3 minus 3 over z squared, and we need to integrate that. As it stands, it's not ready to integrate. We need to do some setting up first. So this is going to be, when we set this up, we've got z to the power of 3, but it's on the bottom, so it's a negative power, minus, same thing here, we have 3 to the power, 3 times z to the power of, well, the power of z is on the bottom, so it's a negative power, and it's minus 2. Okay, so now we are ready to integrate that. So if we integrate z to the minus 3, we get z to the power of, careful here, because minus 3 plus 1 is not minus 4, it's minus 2, and we divide that by minus 2, which is that power, minus 3z to the power of negative 1 divided by negative, which makes that a plus, 1, and then we don't need to write it because it is division by 1, plus c. Now f, we have to do the same thing. It's not yet integrable, so we need to make it so. So if we write this in a form that we can integrate, bringing z up to the top makes the power negative. So we've got 4z to the minus 7 minus likewise 7z to the minus 4 plus z. So that's what we need to integrate. So if we integrate 4z to the minus 7, we get 4z to the minus 6 divided by minus 6 minus z to 7z to the power of minus 3, and we divide that by minus, so make that a plus 3, plus z to the power of 2 over 2 plus constant. And simplify what we can. 4 upon 6, we can certainly simplify. That is 2 over 3. So we've got 2z to the minus 6 over 3 plus 7z to the minus 3 divided by 3 plus z squared upon 2 plus constant. And 2 more to do, so we have the integral of 3 times the square root of u. So remember that the square root is same thing as a power of half, so this is 3u to the power of 1/2 plus, we've got the square root of u, so it's again u to the power of 1/2, but it is on the bottom, so it is a negative power du. Okay, so now that's what we're going to integrate, so we get 3 times u to the power of 1/2 plus 1 is 3 over 2, so we need to divide that by 3 upon 2, plus u to the power is going to be minus 1/2 plus 1 is positive 1/2, divide by half, which is the same as times 2, plus c. And simplify what we can here, so we're dividing by 3 upon 2, which is the same as times the reciprocal, so times 2 upon 3. So we've got 3 upon 2 times 2 upon 3, which is 2 u to the power of 3 upon 2 plus 2u to the half plus c. Okay, and question H, the 1/2 u to the minus 2 is good, it's ready to be integrated. Only issue is the square root of u cubed, which is the same thing as u to the power of 3 over 2. We have not yet integrated, we will do that at the next step. And if we do so, we get u to the power of 5 over 2. 3 upon 2 plus 1 is 5 over 2. Divide by 5 upon 2, which is the same as times 2 upon 5, minus 1/2 u to the minus 1 divided by minus 1 plus 5 times u plus c. Okay, thanks for watching. Over and out.